Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we've been out topping. It's lunchtime, so I just stopped and thought I'd do a quick video to speak about an opportunity that will come out for someone out there very soon, and also to give shout outs to 3 farming channels who, yeah, they're not haven't got massive subscribers because obviously everyone knows the kind of really popular guys and whatever, but 3 channels that I think really deserve some attention and views really. Just to clarify, no one's given me the asked me to do a shout out or anything. It's just off my back, just kind of watching their videos. Thought they're kind of worthy of shout outs. And speaking of shout outs, by the way, 7th of August, remember this, 7th of August, Radio 1, I got a shout out. So if you want to listen back on iPlayer, just go to when Scott Mills and Chris Stark came on at about 1 o'clock. And basically Scott was winding Chris up about this wig thing, which if you haven't listened to Radio 1 you won't understand, but I found it quite amusing. Cheeky tweet while I was sat here, got a shout out. Ideal. It's not really that impressive, but I was chuffed. Right. Opportunity. I work for a farm called Yeaser Court in Herefordshire. And basically I started in July, and what they also did was get a placement student in who started in July as well. But what they're going to do is like have an overlap of placement students. So they'll be looking for someone to start next summer and kind of go for around 15 months. So it kind of ties in with the whole Harper placement thing. For example, Matt Coates at the moment, I have to give him a shout out, otherwise he literally like whines and cries. So I'll put his Instagram on as well, because otherwise he gets very upset. And he'll be in some videos as well. He took the GoPro for a while, and so did Matthew, the combine driver, so look out for those. But he started same day as me in July, and he'll stay until the end of next summer, so like September 2019, something like that, end of September, and then go back to Harper for his last year, 4th year or whatever. But they'll look for another placement student to start in July 2019 or maybe June 2019 and do the same. So there's a bit of an overlap between the placement students. But there's an opportunity there for someone. So what I'll do is I will put a link below to the Yeaser Court website. Tom Powell, who's kind of the tenant farmer, so he's like the farm manager, farm owner, whatever. Not the landowner, but yeah, farm manager or whatever. Has done this website, so it gives you a bit of information about Yeaser, but in kind of very brief terms. About 2,200 acres at the moment. Combinable crops. Processing potatoes, which I've got a field in front of me, which you won't see. Cider apples grown for Thatchers and Westerns, and poultry, which is grown for Nando's and through like I think it's called the Avara Foods. Yeah. So there's plenty of variety to go on, and this is not just open to people at university, not just open to people at Harper, but if you're at like where I was at Siren Sister, you have to do a 6-month placement. But if you wanted to extend that and do like 15 months, just skip a year, but get actual practical farm experience midway through, then keep an eye out for this opportunity. Again, I don't know how it works with other unis and colleges and stuff, or if you haven't got at all, but you're just looking for maybe another opportunity for a year and a half to kind of gain more experience, things like that, then stay tuned. Also, I'll pop on the screen now Yeaser's Instagram, so you can follow us through our harvest at the moment and going on. And then I imagine like the adverts, when I spoke to Tom and his wife Kathy, who kind of managed the farm I suppose, they were on about putting an advert out in probably September or October, so it's only like a month away. So yeah, give a follow on Instagram to Yeaser and Matt Coates, otherwise he cries, and me if you want. I'll put them all below. But yeah, stay tuned for the advert and the opportunity. I guess I want like CV and cover letter and things like that, and what you're doing, and yeah, it'd probably come up for an interview or something like that. And yeah, have a look at the website as well, which we'll link below. So that's kind of that opportunity for someone. You'll probably get a pretty groovy high-vis shirt when you start, and plenty of experience. So Matt Coates today has been on the combine, had a little lesson on that, and been able to get on with it for a little bit. But there's lots going on, so it's not just a purely arable farm where, you know, I know in some, when I've been a student, it's very much on one farm I went to, it was like grain carting, rolling, loading lorries, and then a bit of like stubble raking. There's a lot going on, and they'll give you opportunities, and Tom will get you involved in the wider side of the farm as well, and not just like driving kit. So that's that. If that sounds of interest, give a follow to Yeazer and keep an eye out. Shoutouts to farming channels, righto. So where do I start? First one I'm going to start with is Jake Freestone, or #1 Farmer Jake. Again, links below to these people coming up, so if you want to just click and have a view, you can. But he does like a harvest log every single day of harvest, usually like a 2, 3, 4 minute video just of what's going on that day with the harvest. And Jake, farm manager at Overbury Estate, so that's near Tewkesbury, so not too far from here. Really knowledgeable. He's quite into his whole like the linking environment and farming, things like that, so does videos on that. They also graze sheep, do, you know, stubble turnips, they do cover crops, and he does kind of videos. But at the moment, every day with harvest, or every day they're harvesting, he'll put up a video, and he's got some really interesting facts, and figures and information for everyone to soak up. Because for me, I love the machinery, love like llama, going to days like that, getting involved in the machinery, like, don't get me wrong, I really like it. But equally, I love the whole farming thing. So actually seeing like going on variety trials, seeing which varieties do best, which got like the best disease resistance in the area, yields, proteins, you know, potatoes, learning all about that, the cider apples, just what makes a farm tick, really. So for me, it's wider interests, which is why I find Jake really interesting, and he's quite local, so yeah, pass by the farm sometimes. It's channel #2, big chemical company, but Bayer CropScience UK is their YouTube channel, and they've started doing a series called Crop Focus TV, and they go around farms which are like Bayer farms or whatever, all around the country, and they're like good sort of 10-15 minute videos, and they just ask the farmer loads of questions, like, you know, about his cultivation methods, about his crop rotations, about the chemical applications and things like that, and it's really interesting. So I think there's about 5 episodes out now. Go and have a look at that, because if, you know, you like me, you like the machinery but you want to know more and gain a bit more experience, or if you don't know too much about farming but you want to understand a little bit more, then it's a really good series of videos, and they have very like few views on them, probably because they don't promote them enough, but they're done really well as well. So yeah, like that. And I'd like to do that with people I've spoken to, doing it with people before. So like at FarmCare, I work with a guy called Joe Weston, who won the Farmers Weekly Awards. Spoke about doing something like that with him, because he's now like doing some sort of management on a farm up in, where would that be? Where is he? Lincolnshire? No, Hull, South Yorkshire. Guy called Josh Redford, who I work with again at FarmCare at Coldham, and he was at uni with him, and he's gone in to do now potato agronomy and learn a bit more about agronomy. So I'd like to chat to him at some point. I went and saw him quite recently, but we just didn't get a chance to do it, unfortunately. So maybe in the kind of winter series, videos like that will come out, because I think that could be quite good. So Bayer CropScience UK, again, link below, and I'll link the first episode, and then yeah, have a look. So there's probably a farm in your region or coming up. Channel #3, Henry's Farming Photography, and this is purely just because of cool videos, and I really want to get a drone eventually, but he's got a drone. He's doing videos of cool machinery, like big machinery. So on this farm we got pretty big machinery actually. The two Fendt 724s now. Biggest tractor is a Massey Ferguson 8370. So 370 horsepower. I don't know if it boosts to 390 or something. But yeah, he's got some serious kit on there, and he's done some good videos. And he's done like an interview with, it's called The Farming Legend. I forgot what he's called. JWB Farm Services, something like that. Where George Saunders, who loads of people will know, used to work. And he's done quite a cool interview with him about the machinery. Walked around the yard. Spoke with him in the office. But he's got some good videos as well. And just for like just a nice like chilled harvest video, music over the top, and seeing the combines rolling. So yeah, Jake Freestone, Bear CropScience UK, and Henry's Farming Photography. Check those out. Yeah, farming opportunity wise, go and follow Yeazer Court. Stay tuned and have a look what we're up to. Follow Matt Coates because he cries otherwise if I don't mention him. He gets extremely upset. And yeah, you can follow me if you want. I just post the occasional photo here and there of a bit of tractor or countryside, or me doing something. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Something a little bit different, and I better do some work now because my lunch is nearly up. 5 more minutes. So yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned and see you again soon. Goodbye.